I'm Jamie.
I'm Jamie. He's gay.
And he's the fat man.
And together we're Gay and the Fat Man. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
We have a bone to pick with American TV.
Yeah, we do. Tonight's episode, we're going to talk about news coverage and the lack of, the really important things, the things that they should be covering as opposed to the things that they are covering.
Now, this is a serious, this is a serious matter to us. It really is.
Yes, it is.
Because a while back, a soldier from our hometown passed away.
Yeah.
And our entire hometown, granted we are from a small town, but our whole hometown lined the streets. Mm-hmm. Not just for when he was going to the funeral home, but when he came in, when they brought him back to America. When they brought him into Gaffney, they lined the streets with American flags, and I mean young and old, babies to older people, with people who had 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. They were still there. People from the nursing homes were wheeled out in chairs just to show appreciation to this young man. And the bone we have to pick is, for the past month and a half, I've watched the news to try to see what's been going on, and I have heard more about Chelsie Clinton's wedding
and Bristol Palin getting cheated on
and getting engaged and getting broke up and getting engaged and getting broke up,
as opposed to what they should be covering, like the soldiers that are still fighting for our freedom, that are still fighting for our country. And
don't just tell us that somebody died. Give us a name.
Yeah, give us a name.
I mean, this is a little task for everyone who's watching this video or going to watch this video. Sit back and really think after a day, and not looking at your local newspaper, the national. Can you name off 10 soldiers who died? Because you know more than that die a day. Can you name off 10 soldiers? And I don't mean ones who are like colonels and generals and stuff like that. I mean what they call grunts. The ones who really do all the hard work, the labor.
The ones who are on the front line.
Can you really name those names off? No. Why? Because national television doesn't speak about it. Why? I have no idea. And I'd love to know, because I don't think it's right. I think it is a disgrace to what they're doing, what they're going over there to do. They're supposed to be fighting for freedom. They're supposed to be over there defending us after 9/11, yet our news companies can't even take the time to appreciate them by remembering their names or even learning their names and telling the American people who passed away for us.
It's just a crying shame that you see the news coverage and you don't see, you see minimal coverage on big events and things like that, and then you see full stories. I'm talking full 10, 15-minute stories about a former president's daughter walking down the aisle. It's like, really? I, for one, I'm not speaking for everybody, maybe people do care, but I don't give half a fat rat's ass about Chelsie Clinton getting married, or all the coverage they did about Bristol Palin, Sarah Palin's daughter, getting dumped or whatever. It's like, who gives a crap?
This happens
about
to us. This happens to people every day.
Yeah,
you don't see us
daily
on the
basis
news.
stuff. I mean, this is stuff you see.
Let them get on YouTube like everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, get on YouTube, rant about it. I mean, hell, who cares about your wedding? Because I sure don't.
$3 million for a wedding.
It's like, yeah.
That could feed children in Prague.
Prague?
I don't know. That's the first thing that come across my mind.
I don't think they're,
I don't think they're poor either. What is it? Guam, something like that. Guam. Not Guam.
A lot of places. Either way, before we start.
Haiti. It helped Haiti.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so much that could be done, but it's like they care so much about these, big lavish weddings and everything. And I, for one, I don't find it of any use at all to the American public to see what Chelsie Clinton's doing, what kind of dress Chelsie Clinton's wearing, to see Bill walk Chelsea down the aisle. I don't care, okay? What I do care about is we have men overseas that are fighting for our freedom, that are fighting for the right for us to be here doing what we're doing right now. And it just sickens me to see these, trivial stories being plastered all over the news, all over the newspapers and everything. Oh, look, she got married. Who cares? I mean, and these boys are protecting our freedom. I mean, really, they are over there fighting for their country and fighting for us. And we should show a little bit more respect to them, you know, because of what they're doing. And one thing that really, really sickens me is the good old Westboro. The Westboro Baptist
Well, before you
Church.
head into that, there's one thing I'd like to do, and if you want to join us, you're welcome to. And I forgot to say this when we first done it, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is episode 3 of our show. We're just really passionate about this subject, and this is episode 3 of our show. So today is Saturday, August the 6th. It is almost 10 o'clock. It's like 10 till 10. But for all those soldiers, all the way, and those people who died in 2001, from all these people who have lost their lives, I want to have at least a moment of silence and remembrance of these people. Thank you for all of you who are there, who have gone on. We remember you each and every day. We remember your sacrifice, and we thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, with every fiber of our being, because it could have easily been us.
Exactly.
And we thank you to all the children who went, to the mothers, the fathers, the fire department, the police department, and I want to salute them, those two mainly, every day, because they put their lives on the line every day. So my hat is off to you, gentlemen. All right, and we will continue. Thank you for that moment. I think those people deserve a lot longer, but we only have a 15-minute time frame, and I'm sure they'd understand.
So, but like I said, another thing that really kills me about when it comes to our soldiers, you know, our boys overseas, is the Westboro Baptist Church. And these are the biggest bunch of religious fanatics I've ever seen in my life.
Keyword is religious.
They
not fanatic.
They try to. Oh no, the keyword is fanatic. But they go to soldiers' funerals and protest, saying that God killed the soldiers for a reason, you know, and
because they fight for a country that supports fags.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a big topic in our next video. Is they're gonna play a very important part in that. And I just wanted to say it's pathetic, and I want to give a big, huge shout out to the Patriot Guard.
Yes.
Because those guys really stand up for their country. They stand up for these boys that that gave their lives in service to their country, and they came back home. And I really want to salute them, because they stand up for the rights. They stand at these funerals with their flags waving and their bagpipes playing, and they basically motorcycles revving, and they tell these Westboro Baptist Church nut jobs, you need to go. Nobody wants you here. We don't want to hear this. And it's ridiculous. I mean, it is really ridiculous. And there's a saying, there's a Latin saying, de mortuis nihil nisi bonum, and that means say nothing but good about the dead.
You're not supposed to worship the dead, but you're supposed to respect them.
Yes, you're supposed to respect their memory.
And the reason why is because you're supposed to show respect to the big man upstairs. If you believe in the big man upstairs. If you don't, then of course you have your own reasons for respecting the lives of someone else.
In any culture, in any religion, it's a universal thing that you don't disrespect. You don't disrespect people that are dead. I mean, especially people that fought for something that they believed in. That gave their lives fighting for something that was worth fighting for, or that at least in their eyes was worth fighting for. It's horrible. It's dedication. It's deplorable that people would do things like this. I mean, that as a country, I mean, like I said, back to the
treason in my eyes.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And
they should be tried as such. Treason.
But back to the the media coverage, it's a shame to see people that are supposed to be giving us information about the world, keeping us in the know, and
They're keeping us in the know about trivial things that we could care less about.
Yeah, I mean, it's pathetic to see news outlets covering such things, and they don't really even touch on, matters that really mean something to us, that really hit us close to home.
They did a good job on the oil spill coverage. I will give them that, especially CBS. I got to give my shout outs to Katie Couric. I think she's a really good, really good journalist. I think she really puts her heart and soul into everything she does, and she's passionate about it. But it's like immediately after they talk about the oil spill, Chelsie Clinton's wedding is so many days away. I don't care.
They could have taken the few minutes that they talk about her wedding and spoke on something much more poignant.
They could have actually talked to more people who were suffering down there.
I mean, they could have spoken to people who were in the cleanup effort. They could have spoken to people who are suffering because of the oil spill. People whose businesses are hurt because they can't fish, they can't catch any kind of sea life in the ocean.
Restaurants are being damaged.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of places, a lot of people are being hurt a lot by this oil spill.
Now, we're not taking anything away from the ones who did do it, but stop. Just let go of the flimsy, stupid stories.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a tabloid, so stop acting like a tabloid magazine.
That's really what it's come to nowadays. Is a lot of the news media, they're just covering, oh, this celebrity's going to rehab, oh, this celebrity's going to jail, Lindsay Lohan.
And that's another thing that we're going to talk about too, is celebrities and the law.
And then there's so much that they cover that means nothing to American society.
That's pissing us off.
Yeah, and it's like I don't even hardly watch the news just because it's so convoluted with meaningless tripe.
I don't watch it anymore either. I watch it, catch the weather, and I'm done.
It's because
I've done hit 80.
They cover because they cover useless things, and I mean, I'm like, okay, if I sit down and watch the news, I want to know what's going on in America. I want to know what's going on in the world. I want to know what's really happening, what's really affecting us as not only a country, but as a species. I really want to know what's affecting the human race. I don't care that Lindsay Lohan went to jail.
And got out 5 days.
Yeah, I don't give a crap about that. It's a bunch of ass.
Except for the fact that if it was us and we did the same thing she did, we'd still be in jail.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it's like...
But as he spoke of the Patriot Guard, there's one thing I wanted to say. Again, my hat's off to these gentlemen.
Hats off to you fellas and ladies.
You are heroes in my eyes. You are true American heroes in my eyes, just as much as the soldiers, because you're protecting our soldiers when the soldiers can't protect themselves. And you're protecting those soldiers' families. So
Exactly.
Again, my hat is off to you gentlemen. And may God bless you and continue to help you, give you the courage and the strength to do what it is you're doing. And we are almost out of time, but we will be posting a few more videos and on quite a few more topics. So please be sure to catch up on those. And
until next time, true believers.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Jamie. He's gay.
And he's the fat man.
And we'll see you next time.